And gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you all so much for showing up here today. I am the Bearded Baron, and today we're going to be playing Cannibal Boy. Now, as far as my understanding goes, Cannibal Boy here is a horror novel, so this is going to be a new territory for us, but I'm excited to get into it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Off to a great start. Knock, knock, knocking at my... Am I playing PUBG? What am I doing? Why does it look like this? I have a level 3 helmet. And 2 peg legs. You're the peg. Oh gosh, I was not expecting that one. Whew. This is what happens. I try to make a another PUBG peg leg joke. How many am I coming to get me? Please name the protagonist. Okay, Brucey. No, Baron. Yes. The work is partially based on a true story. Okay. Hey guys, have you heard of Cannibal Boy? We lost our level 3 helmet. Oh. Of course, it's the urban legend everybody's been talking about. Jade, James, don't you two remember why we're in Jade's room with this heavy textbook on counseling psychology? Huh? I really don't. Huh? Why was it again? Because we need to study. We have finals tomorrow, remember? You know how strict that professor can be. Do you want to fail the course? Jade, I was only studying abroad for a year. Since when did Baron become such a downer? Wow. If I had known. Did he get dumped or something? I did. How should I know? Come on, Baron, tell us what's wrong. Okay, fine. We'll promise we'll make fun of you together. Oh, that's great. So anyway, have you heard of Cannibal Boy or not? I have, but so what? You know, the recent multiple homicides in the area? According to a friend of a friend, all of the victims saw a certain boy. And a few days later, they were found dead in their rooms, their bodies and limbs gone, with the only heads left behind with a horrifying grimace. Even creepier, they all had human bite marks on their necks. Do you know what that means? The heads were ripped off by Cannibal Boy with his teeth. Is a boy's bite really that strong? Hey Baron, what's wrong with you? You never answered the question of logic of an urban... You never questioned the logic of an urban legend. Otherwise, it's no fun. Okay, sorry. But yeah, I've heard about it. So? Well, you don't know about his past. What caused him to become a bloodthirsty man-eater? Beats me. What? Are you going to do one of those case conceptualizations or draw on his genome or something? Why not? I mean, we hear an interesting urban legend and we get a refresher on counseling psychology. Let James finish the story. Part 1. The Cannibal Boy. I was a young boy of 12 years old. Oh, here we go. Cannibal Boy was originally just an ordinary kid who lived happily with his dad, mom, and big sister. But one day, his mom cheated on his dad and left the family, leaving the dad to become an alcoholic, and everything changed. Whenever the dad was drunk, he did stuff to the big sister. The big sister resisted desperately at first, until the dad said, YOLO. I don't know. If you won't play with me, I'll play with your little brother. Wow, this just went super dark really quickly. Just really quickly. You're his big sister, right? You decide what you want. So the sister just stopped resisting and let the dad keep abusing her? She wanted to be the martyr at such a young age, huh? How very admirable. Well, that's just what kids are like. Kids don't know who's responsible for the things that happen. That's why some end up believing that their mothers left because they were a bad kid. It's true. 100%. The big sister was exactly the type. So even though the dad's abuse got worse and worse, it was all her little brother did was cry. She shouldered it all. So why is this not Cannibal Girl? Why is this Cannibal Boy? How can a kid deal with that much abuse? Why wouldn't she just run away? You don't understand. When parents don't act like parents, kids, especially ones with younger siblings, will grow up and take on the role of parents. The big sister became a mother for her brother and her dad. Besides, the way the dad abused the big sister, it's hard to say who the parent was. Yeah, like you've seen it? After every assault, the dad would lie on top of the sister, crying his eyes out. Mama, don't leave me. I hate you. Mama, I wish you'd go to hell. Wow. I just think of Waluigi there. Wow. Those kinds of villains are the worst. I bet that there's something up there with Dad's mama, the Cannibal Boy's grandmother, right? If you keep speculating like that, the story will never end. That's why forces of pure evil in anime and comics are proper villains. You don't have to consider their background stories or anything. You just blame them. Like Jade says, if the dad was a proper villain, the big sister would have had no problem blaming him. But sadly, he wasn't. And in addition to putting up with her dad's abuse, she had to comfort her little brother, who wasn't good for anything other than saying, I'm sorry. Don't worry, I'm fine. Fine? The sister swallowed back tears. For the whole family, tears boiled in her little body. How could she be fine? To make matters worse, even though her I've defaulted. Okay. To make matters worse, even though the sister protected her little brother from physical abuse, he couldn't escape the mental abuse. Unfortunately for him, brother looked a lot like his mom. That's right, the woman who left him for some other man. He looked like his mom? You wanted to get bullied for being a sissy? The dad prepared a lot of meat every meal and forced the brother to swallow it down. He wanted the brother to grow big and strong and not look so much like his mom. Even when the brother became scared of the sight of meat and threw up whenever he ate it, the dad was relentless, shoving big chunks of meat into his mouth every day. Hey, I know that this is supposed to be a horror novel. I know that it is. I'm just... The more the dad abused him, the more he cowered. The more he cowered, the more the dad abused him. Like a curse, and the dad's fears came true. The little brother really did get bullied for being a sissy, and his teachers turned a blind eye. His life became a living hell. That's when he started having hallucinations. He saw apparitions that no one else could see, and heard voices that no one else could hear. Finally, he came to the conclusion that evil spirits were to blame for everything.
If they were really human, they wouldn't be so mean to me. Dad, my teacher.
I can't. Okay. If they were really human, they wouldn't be so mean to me. Dad, my teachers, my classmates, they all must be possessed. Jeez, couldn't even just ask for help? Who would if they had asked? The useless teachers? If you tell any of your teachers, I'll kill myself and your sister. Well, the dads thought of everything. You don't want to see your dad and big sister die, do you? I know you're a good boy. As you can tell, the dad's quite the character. Jesus. He's such a drama queen. I haven't even gotten to the dramatic part yet. Oh my god. Don't blow your load so early, man. One day, the little brother came home, heavy-footed as usual, and opened the door. Papa? From inside the house came the familiar smell of alcohol mixed with blood. A broken bottle, a bloody knife, the dad's face stabbed to a pulp, the sister's her wrist slashed open. The little brother didn't have to read the suicide note on her desk to realize what happened. So, if it was just too much for the big sister after all, or maybe I should say I'm impressed that she lasted so long. When he picked up the bloody suicide note on the table, though, what he saw was, it's your fault. It's your fault, 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 it's your fault. That's a hotkey kind of thing. You just type it once, you know, it's a macro, but she probably put it in there way too many times. And in that instant, something snapped inside of the little brother. My sister would never write that. She'd never write anything to hurt me. It must have been, that's right, an evil spirit. The little brother's brain rewrote what happened in order to protect himself. The voices he heard and the illusions he saw served to protect the little world he had shared with his sister. The evil spirit in Dad wanted to possess my sister, but she didn't want to hurt me and didn't want to free Dad, so she killed him and herself. They aren't the only ones possessed by evil spirits in the world. My teachers are, my classmates are, and so many more people. If I don't do something to free all the people who are possessed, my dad and my sister have died in vain? There's a reason for all this suffering I had to endure. So it's my turn to exorcise the evil spirits. Just became a Southern Baptist preacher. Okay. But I can't just leave my dad and my sister behind like this. Oh, I'll pack them up and take them with me. That's the logical step. There we go. We got there. Good thing Dad trained me to put lots and lots of meat in my belly. But that'll be a huge hassle for the police when they find the blood but can't figure out who the victims are. I've got to leave them the heads, at least. A lot of bone in a head, not a whole lot of meat, you know, mostly just skin and bone. Anyway. So the cannibal boy packed up his dad and his sister and set out on a journey to exorcise evil spirits. That's the cannibal boy's past. That's why only the heads of his victims are ever found. It's the last remaining shred of his conscience. James, why is your version of the story so different from the one that I've heard? Huh? How does your vision go? Well, when Cannibal Boy was a little kid, he always locked him out on the balcony. He would knock on the window every night, begging his dad to let him in. Once you've heard the story, then you tell someone who doesn't know it yet, or he'll come and knocking on your window at night and beg you to let him in. As soon as you open the window, he'll bite your head off and he'll eat your body. Hold on a second, dude. So now that I've heard the story of Cannibal Boy, I have to tell somebody who hasn't, or he'll come and eat me. Is that right? Yeah, is something wrong? James, you wasted time telling me this story at the risk of failing the course. Don't tell me. Yep, you've got me. How can I worry about failing some stupid course when I might get eaten tonight? Why, you little... Okay, I don't care in the slightest who the Cannibal Boy might be coming for tonight. Hey. The real problem is that you fabricated so much of the story, James. Seriously, how could you possibly know what the dad did to Cannibal Boy and his sister at home? Sure, people shouldn't question the logic of an urban legend, but you just made stuff up. That's different. It's more fun to sex it up, though. I dare you to disagree. No, I'm gonna disagree. I don't think that I don't think that should have been included in the story at all. I mean, like, I feel for him, but I feel like that's not fun to sex up. That, you know, that's a whole... Okay. What? Are you kidding me? I think you're confused, my dear. Are you honestly seeking the truth in an urban legend? They're practically made to be sexed up. Okay. The essence of an urban legend is the blending of facts and lies. The Cannibal Boy's past may not have been that tragic, or it could have been even more tragic. He may not actually exist, or he might really come and eat Baron tonight. That's what an urban legend is all about. What is the fun in knowing all the facts? Okay, fine. As an urban legend, it's bound to have some lies mixed in with the truth. Nothing is certain. But there's one thing about your version that's definitely certain. And what's that? I don't know if the dad and the big sister were really possessed by evil spirits, but I'm pretty sure it's your fault came from the sister herself. Oh? Why would you think that? People who are too scared to stand up to bullies shift the blame onto people who are nicer than themselves. So they bully nice people and cower from the bad people, which means everyone gets bullied by some bad person. That's not the work of an evil spirit. They're all just so-called nice people. In the arena, 4 individuals. Where did the other person come from? There was 3 people, now there's 4. Is that it? I think that might have been it. I like these. Evil spirits were to blame for everything. Good dad trained me to eat lots of meat in my belly. Leave the heads at least. Anyone could turn into an evil spirit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's me for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like I said, this is the very first time I've ever done a horror novel. I just totally felt like ad-libbing the oh, we're not over. Hold on, wound it back. By the way, have you guys ever heard of doppelgangers? Huh? Of course, it's a popular urban legend. Okay, okay. We just talked about Cannibal Boy and now it's doppelgangers? What happened to studying? What about our finals? Baron, there's something I have to tell you. It's the earlier discussion enlightened me with a singular truth. What kind of truth is that? If we give up on finals, then it's winter break for us, starting now. Oh, really? I'm going home. Hold on, let's just take an hour break. After that, well, I'll promise we'll study, okay? All right, one last story. Okay, I'm gonna save it here. We will be back. There will be a part 2 to this. We're gonna learn about doppelgangers. Guys, but like I said, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you want me to keep going on with these kind of horror visual novels like this, I'd love to hear your feedback. This is a new thing for me. So guys, once again, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will see you guys later. Bye.